The Ryzen 7 9850X3D is the kind of CPU that can make the wrong GPU choice look bad. Go too weak and you waste the CPU. Go too expensive for your monitor and you waste money. So in this video, I'll show you the 3 GPU pairings that actually make sense. One for 1080p high FPS, one for 1440p, and one for 4K. The simple rule is this: at 1080p, you care about high refresh and not overspending. At 1440p, you want the best balance. And at 4K, the GPU becomes the main limit. And because GPU prices move constantly, I'll leave links for the current best prices in the description. If this helps you avoid a bad pairing, hit like or hype the video so more builders see it. Let's start with the 1080p pick. If you're playing at 1080p, especially competitive games, I wouldn't automatically buy the most expensive GPU. The 9850X3D already gives you a huge CPU side advantage, so the goal is to get enough GPU power for high refresh gaming without making the whole build unbalanced. For that, my pick is the Radeon RX 9060 XT 16GB. This is the card I'd choose for high FPS in shooters, esports titles, and lighter competitive games if you don't want to spend 4K GPU money on a 1080p monitor. The reason I like the 16GB RX 9060 XT here is simple. It's fast enough for this use case, it avoids the 8GB VRAM problem, and it keeps the build sensible. In TechSpot's testing, the RX 9060 XT 16GB was close to the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB overall, about 6% slower at 1080p, but nearly tied at 1440p, while usually costing less. Gamers Nexus also found it typically faster than the RTX 5060 in 1080p raster testing, often around the 10% range depending on the game. That's exactly why it fits this category. It's not trying to be a 4K monster, it's the sensible high FPS 1080p pick. In the US market, good RX 9060 XT 16GB models are usually around the low $400 to upper $400 depending on the model and sale. Now, my suggestion for the partner card to pick is the Gigabyte RX 9060 XT Gaming OC 16GB first. It gives you a practical triple fan cooler, 16GB of memory, a normal single 8-pin power connector, and a size that should fit most ATX and micro ATX builds. If you're building in a smaller case, look at the PowerColor Reaper RX 9060 XT 16GB instead. And if you want NVIDIA features at this level, the alternative is the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB. I would choose it if you care about DLSS, Reflex, NVENC, CUDA, streaming, or creator apps. For pure gaming value, though, the RX 9060 XT 16GB is usually the cleaner pick if it's meaningfully cheaper. The downside is simple. If you're planning to move to 4K soon, this is not the card I'd buy as a long-term pairing. It's a smart 1080p card and a usable lighter 1440p card, but not the GPU I'd build around for premium 4K. Now let's move to the category that matters most for this CPU. For most people buying a Ryzen 7 9850X3D, 1440p is the sweet spot. You get high frame rates, the GPU still matters a lot, and you're not spending extra for a 4K setup you may not actually use. Here, my main pick is the Radeon RX 9070 XT 16GB. This is the card I would recommend to most people building around the 9850X3D. It's not the fastest GPU you can buy, but it hits the best balance. Strong 1440p performance, 16GB of VRAM, good raster performance, and a more realistic price than many higher-end NVIDIA cards. In TechSpot's 18-game test, the RX 9070 XT averaged 119 FPS at 1440p. It was only 6% behind the RTX 5070 Ti in that test, and in a later expanded 55-game comparison, it was still only about 5% slower on average at 1440p. That's why I prefer it for this slot. If the RTX 5070 Ti is much more expensive, paying a big premium for a small average performance lead doesn't make sense for most gaming-first builds. In the US, good RX 9070 XT models are usually around the high $600s to around $800 depending on the card and sale. If you find one near the lower end of that range, it becomes a very strong buy. For the partner card, I'd look first at the Sapphire Pulse RX 9070 XT. It's not the flashiest model, and that's why I like it. You get good cooling, reasonable noise, and a solid design without paying a huge premium for a flagship cooler that barely changes real-world performance. If the Sapphire is overpriced or out of stock, the Gigabyte RX 9070 XT Gaming OC 16GB is also a good mainstream alternative. If you care more about ray tracing, DLSS, streaming, or creator work, the NVIDIA alternative is the RTX 5070 Ti 16GB. I wouldn't make it the main 1440p gaming pick if it costs a lot more than the RX 9070 XT, but for NVIDIA features, CUDA, NVENC, and stronger ray tracing, it makes sense. For small form factor builds, look at the Zotac RTX 5070 Ti Solid small form factor. The downside of the RX 9070 XT is that it's not the strongest ray tracing option, and if 4K is your main goal, you may want to step up. But for most 9850 X3D gaming builds, this is the best overall match. Speaking of 4K, let's talk about the best options for 4K. At 4K, the 9850 X3D is no longer the main thing holding the system back, the GPU is. So this is where spending more actually makes sense, not because the CPU needs it, but because the resolution does. For 4K, my pick is the GeForce RTX 5080 16GB. This is the card I'd choose for high settings, heavier games, stronger ray tracing, better upscaling, and a GPU that doesn't feel out of place next to a premium X3D CPU. The RTX 5080 is not a perfect value card, and I wouldn't pretend it is. TechSpot found it only about 11% faster than the RTX 4080 Super at 4K on average, so this is not some massive generational leap in raw raster performance. But for a 4K-focused Ryzen 9850 X3D build, the full package matters. Stronger ray tracing, DLSS 4.5, dynamic multi-frame generation, reflex, better creator support, and enough power for heavier games. That's why I would take it over the RX 9070 XT for the main 4K pick, and why I wouldn't jump straight to the RTX 5090 for most people. The RTX 5090 is faster, obviously, but at current pricing, it's more of a money no object card than a normal recommendation. For the partner card, I'd look at the PNY RTX 5080 16GB OC Triple Fan if it's available near the lower end of RTX 5080 pricing. It's not the fanciest model, but that's the point. At this level, I would rather get the GPU at a reasonable price than pay hundreds extra for a luxury cooler with a small real-world gain. If you want a more premium card, the Gigabyte RTX 5080 Gaming OC and MSI RTX 5080 Gaming Trio are good alternatives if the price gap is reasonable. For smaller 4K builds, the RTX 5080 Founders Edition is attractive if you can find it, and some Asus Prime SFF-ready RTX 5080 models are also worth checking. Just make sure you check exact case clearance before buying. The AMD alternative here is the RX 9070 XT. If you mostly play rasterized games and want to spend much less, it can still make sense for value-focused 4K. But for the best overall 4K pick, especially with ray tracing and upscaling, I'd take the RTX 5080. The downside is value. If you're not playing at 4K or you don't care about NVIDIA's feature stack, this is probably more GPU than you need. Now let's talk about what I would avoid. I would be careful going too low with this CPU. A weaker GPU will work, but then you're paying for a premium gaming processor and not really letting it stretch its legs. The biggest thing I would avoid is an 8GB graphics card. Even at 1080p, newer games can punish 8GB cards with worse lows, texture compromises, or stutter. For a premium X3D build, a 16GB card makes much more sense. I would also avoid buying an RTX 5090 just because it's the fastest. If money doesn't matter, fine. But for most gamers, the RTX 5080 is the more realistic 4K choice. And finally, don't choose only by brand. AMD makes more sense for value-focused 1080p and 1440p builds. NVIDIA makes more sense when ray tracing, DLSS, streaming, CUDA, creator apps, or 4K feature support matter more. So to sum it up, for 1080p high FPS, get the RX 9060 XT 16GB. The Gigabyte Gaming OC is the easy mainstream pick, and the PowerColor Reaper is the compact option. For 1440p, get the RX 9070 XT 16GB. This is the one I'd recommend to most 9850 X3D buyers. The Sapphire Pulse is my balanced partner card pick, and the Gigabyte Gaming OC is the easy retail alternative. For 4K, step up to the RTX 5080 16GB. The PNY OC Triple Fan is the value-focused partner card pick, while Gigabyte and MSI make sense if the price gap is not crazy. And because prices change fast, check the links in the description for current best prices before buying. A sale can easily change which partner card gives you the best value. If this helped you avoid the wrong GPU pairing, hit like or hype the video so more people building around the 9850 X3D can find it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.